So let's dive into the fascinating origins and development of the penny farthing, the high-wheeled wonder of cycling history. The penny farthing, also known as the ordinary bicycle or high-wheeler, was invented in the 1870s by British engineer James Starley. This peculiar bicycle design emerged as an evolution of the earlier bone shaker, or velocipede bicycles, which featured two equally sized wheels and an uncomfortable wooden frame. The name penny farthing comes from the British coins. The penny and the farthing, which represented the difference in size between the large front wheel and the small rear wheel. The larger front wheel improved the bicycle's speed and efficiency, while the smaller rear wheel made it easier to mount and dismount. There were a few factors that contributed to the popularity of the penny farthing in the late 19th century. First, the bicycle's unique design offered a smoother and faster ride compared to earlier models, thanks to the large front wheel that easily rolled over uneven surfaces. Second, the invention of solid rubber tires in the 1860s made the penny farthing more comfortable and practical for everyday use. Finally, the bicycle's distinct appearance and novelty made it a status symbol, appealing to adventurous riders who wanted to stand out from the crowd. In summary, the penny farthing bicycle emerged in the 1870s as an innovative design that improved upon earlier bicycle models. Its large front wheel, small rear wheel, and solid rubber tires contributed to its popularity in the late 19th century, making it a unique and memorable part of cycling history. Now, let's talk about the unique design features of the penny farthing that made it stand out among other bicycles of its time. The most striking feature, of course, is the large front wheel paired with a much smaller rear wheel. This design had a significant impact on the bicycle's performance and handling. The large front wheel was responsible for the penny farthing's speed and efficiency. Since the pedals were directly attached to the front wheel, a larger wheel meant that each pedal stroke would cover a greater distance, allowing the rider to achieve higher speeds. Additionally, the large wheel provided a smoother ride, as it could more easily roll over rough surfaces and obstacles. The small rear wheel, on the other hand, served a more practical purpose. It made mounting and dismounting the bicycle easier, as riders could simply step onto the small wheel and then onto the pedals. This design also created a unique, somewhat precarious riding position with the rider sitting high above the ground, which added to the thrill of riding a penny farthing. Another important feature of the penny farthing was its direct drive system. This meant that there was no chain or gearing system, and the pedals were directly connected to the front wheel. This design allowed for a simpler and lighter bicycle, but it also meant that the rider's speed was directly tied to their pedaling speed, making it more difficult to maintain high speeds for long periods. In conclusion, the penny farthing's distinct design, featuring a large front wheel, small rear wheel, and direct drive system, greatly influenced its performance and handling. While these features made the bicycle faster and more efficient than earlier models, they also presented unique challenges for riders, which we'll discuss in the next section. Moving on, let's discuss the various challenges and dangers associated with riding a penny farthing. Due to its unique design, this high-wheeled bicycle presented some difficulties and risks for riders, particularly when it came to mounting and dismounting, maintaining balance, and avoiding headers or forward falls. Mounting a penny farthing required a specific technique. Riders would typically hold on to the handlebars, place one foot on the small step attach to the rear wheel, and then push off the ground with their other foot. Once the bicycle was in motion, they would carefully swing their leg over the large front wheel and settle onto the saddle. This mounting involved reversing this process, which could be quite tricky, especially at higher speeds or on uneven terrain. Balance was another challenge for penny farthing riders. The high riding position and large front wheel made the bicycle less stable than today's bicycles, and riders needed to constantly adjust their body weight to maintain balance. This could be especially difficult on turns or when encountering obstacles, such as rocks or potholes. Perhaps the most notorious danger associated with the penny farthing was the risk of headers or forward falls. Because the rider was seated directly above the large front wheel, any sudden stop or obstacle could cause the bicycle to tip forward, sending the rider headfirst over the handlebars. This could result in serious injury, and even experienced riders were not immune to taking a tumble. In summary, riding a penny farthing presented several challenges and dangers, including mastering the techniques for mounting and dismounting, maintaining balance, and avoiding the dreaded header falls. Despite these risks, the penny farthing remained popular for several decades, as riders were drawn to the thrill and novelty of this unique form of transportation. Now, let's delve into the role of the penny farthing in cycling history and how it influenced the development of bicycle racing, long-distance rides, and the eventual transition to the modern safety bicycle design. In the late 19th century, the penny farthing played a significant role in the growing popularity of bicycle racing. The bicycle's large front wheel allowed riders to reach higher speeds, making it a natural choice for competitive cycling events. In fact, penny farthing races became a popular spectator sport, drawing large crowds to velodromes and racetracks. These races not only showcase the bicycle's speed and agility, but also the daring and skill of the riders themselves. The penny farthing was also used for long-distance rides and endurance challenges. Cyclists pushed the limits of what was thought possible on these high-wheeled machines, undertaking lengthy journeys and setting world records for distance and speed. These feats captured the public's imagination and further fueled the popularity of cycling as a sport and recreational activity. However, the penny farthing's reign as the premier racing bicycle was not to last. In the late 1880s and early 1890s, the safety bicycle emerged as a new and more practical design. The safety bicycle featured two equal-sized wheels, a chain-driven gear system, and a more stable frame. This design not only offered improved comfort and stability, but also allowed for the use of pneumatic tires, which provided a smoother and faster ride. As the safety bicycle gained popularity, it eventually replaced the penny farthing in both racing and everyday use. The transition from the high-wheeled wonder to the safer and more practical bicycle design marked a significant turning point in cycling history and paved the way for the modern bicycles we know today. In conclusion, the penny farthing played a crucial role in cycling history, particularly in the realms of bicycle racing and long-distance rides. However, its unique design ultimately gave way to the more practical and safer safety bicycle, which continues to influence the bicycles we ride today. Lastly, let's investigate the cultural significance of the penny farthing and its enduring appeal as a symbol of Victorian-era cycling. The penny farthing, with its distinctive design and association with a period of rapid innovation, has left an indelible mark on art, literature, and popular culture. In the realm of art, the penny farthing has been depicted in paintings, illustrations, and even sculptures, showcasing the bicycle as a symbol of progress and modernity during the late 19th century. Artists captured scenes of penny farthing, riders navigating city streets, participating in races, or embarking on leisurely rides through the countryside. These works of art not only documented the bicycle's popularity, but also celebrated its unique design and the sense of freedom it provided to riders. In literature, the penny farthing has been featured in both fiction and non-fiction works, often serving as a symbol of adventure, independence, and social status. Characters who rode penny farthings were often portrayed as daring, innovative, or affluent, reflecting the bicycle's appeal to those who sought excitement and wished to stand out from the crowd. Popular culture has also embraced a penny farthing as a nostalgic symbol of a bygone era. The bicycle can be found in films, television shows, and advertisements, often used to evoke a sense of whimsy, history, or progress. Additionally, the penny farthing has become a popular motif for collectibles, such as toys, models, and decorative items, appealing to enthusiasts and history buffs alike. Even today, the penny farthing continues to capture the imagination of cyclists and history enthusiasts. Events such as vintage bicycle races and historical reenactments often feature penny farthing riders, keeping the spirit of this high-wheeled wonder alive for future generations. In conclusion, the cultural significance of the penny farthing extends far beyond its functional role as a mode of transportation. Its representation in art, literature, and popular culture, as well as its continuing appeal as a symbol of Victorian-era cycling, ensures that the penny farthing remains an enduring and fascinating part of our shared